mount the camera, you take these 4 chrome bushing screws out here. The plate will drop down and you'll want to put a servo screw through the top hole in there. The servo screw goes through here, grabs onto the plate and goes into the servo horn, and then just put the plate back on. Run the top and bottom servo wires up through the plates here. And for the camera connector, we just connect it here. So with the wires coming out here, connects to the camera. Run the 2 servo wires up through here, and this has a special way of wiring it here. Okay, the top servo is auxiliary 3. Auxiliary 3 plugs into the very first socket here. Then the next socket stays where it's at. That's the blue wire going to the camera. The third socket goes to the front LED, the power indicator lights. And the fourth socket, the very end one here, goes to the bottom servo. That's auxiliary number 2. So the top servo is auxiliary 3, which is the number 1 socket. The bottom servo is auxiliary 2, which is the very end socket. And then the second socket is the blue wire going to the camera. The third socket is the front power indicator lights. Now stock, these power indicator lights are in this socket here, so I had to swap them out. And that's it. So you just insert the camera into the mount, plug it in the bottom, run the 2 wires up through the top, plug them in the sockets, and you're set. And then follow my transmitter setup guide on how to arm and activate this and the settings for the transmitters. And what'll happen is flight mode switch, this is for the Devo F7, will rotate the camera. Center position will be center. Flip it one position, it'll be all the way left or all the way right. Flip it back to the center. Flip it again, it'll go to the left. So what it's doing is just going right, center, left, center, right. Yeah, it's alternating as you flip the switch up and down. Now the auxiliary 2 knob, the turn knob on the radio, will tilt the camera from the very top to the very bottom. And I'm going to show camera working. Right now that's flight mode 1. This is the flight mode switch. So that's normal mode, flight mode 1, flight mode 2, flight mode 1, normal mode. Now auxiliary 2 will tilt the camera up and down. I'm using the auxiliary 2 knob here.